The 2025 government shutdown isn't just about politics. It's about people, paychecks, and public services. As Washington stalls, small businesses, nonprofits, and local governments are facing some of the most severe fallout in decades. Loans are frozen, contracts are delayed, funding has stopped, and demand for local help is exploding. The shutdown began on October 1, 2025, after Congress failed to pass a continuing resolution to fund the federal government. Hundreds of thousands of federal employees are furloughed, and agencies are now legally barred from spending money on most operations. But the real story isn't just in D.C. It's on Main Street and in communities across America. Small businesses, the backbone of the U.S. economy, are being hit from every angle. 1. Frozen loans. The Small Business Administration has stopped processing and approving new loans and loan guarantees. That means no access to startup capital, equipment financing, or real estate purchases. In the 2019 shutdown, more than $2 billion in small business loans were delayed, and we're already seeing the same pattern this year. 2. Delayed contracts. Thousands of small firms that depend on federal contracts or subcontract under larger ones are waiting for payments or project approvals. They're still paying employees, utilities, and rent, but without any cash flow from Washington. 3. Reduced consumer spending. With federal workers furloughed and paychecks paused, communities near military bases and federal offices are seeing a drop in sales, from restaurants to dry cleaners. 4. Program suspensions. The SBA has also paused programs that help women, minority, and veteran-owned businesses connect with investors or export markets, leaving entrepreneurs in limbo. For the nonprofit sector, the shutdown is creating a cruel double bind. Money is drying up just as need surges. Delayed federal payments. Grants and contracts that keep nonprofits running are on hold. Organizations that provide childcare, job training, or community health services often rely on monthly federal reimbursements, now frozen indefinitely. Higher service demand. As federal programs pause, people turn to local nonprofits for food, housing, and emergency assistance. Food banks are seeing record requests. Shelters are full. But without incoming funds, nonprofits are stretching thin. Service disruptions. To stay afloat, some are cutting staff or suspending programs. Others are taking out high-interest loans just to make payroll. Long-term project halts. Community development projects, like affordable housing construction or health clinic expansions, funded by HUD or HHS grants, are now stalled midstream, increasing costs and delaying completion. As one nonprofit director told us, the shutdown isn't just numbers, it's families waiting for help that won't come this month. State and local governments are next in line for impact. Funding delays and uncertainty. Federal shutdowns halt or delay billions in discretionary funding for programs like housing assistance, environmental cleanup, and workforce training. Cities and counties are now asking, will we ever be reimbursed? Increased local responsibility. With federal agencies shuttered, governors and mayors must fill gaps, from paying for Head Start classrooms to maintaining national park areas that drive local tourism. Operational delays. Reduced federal staffing means stalled environmental permits and infrastructure reviews. The EPA has paused state cleanup approvals, and HUD is delaying new loans and rental assistance contracts. Strained resources. With hurricane season peaking and wildfire threats ongoing, local emergency management teams are bracing for response without normal federal coordination. Tourism revenues around closed parks and monuments are also dropping fast. Here's the bottom line. This shutdown is hitting at a fragile moment. Many small businesses and nonprofits are still recovering from inflation, higher borrowing costs, and reduced donations. Now, the shutdown adds another blow, freezing federal capital, halting grants, and slowing the very programs designed to stabilize communities. If the shutdown lasts weeks or months, we could see permanent damage. Small firms closing, nonprofit layoffs, delayed infrastructure projects, and deeper inequality in already struggling regions. While political leaders debate, everyday Americans are paying the price. Small businesses can't borrow, nonprofits can't serve, state and local governments can't plan. The 2025 shutdown is more than a budget impasse. It's a test of how resilient our economic and social systems really are. The longer Washington stays closed, the more the rest of America will have to pick up the tab. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for verified updates on how federal policy affects real communities.